Hi Capricorn, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading. This week we are looking at the issue of family, okay? So whether this is the family that you live with, the family that you are related to, parents, siblings, children, or whether this is the family that you have chosen in this life, we are looking at that. I will also be drawing some cards just for important messages outside of that issue as well. Okay, but please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. This week we are using, I've got the Seeker's Lenormand there, as well as the Mystic Martian Oracle. Also, leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. My hair's a bit of a mess. Sorry, guys. Everyone that does leave a comment on one of my videos will go in the draw for that. Okay, but getting into it for you today, Capricorn. Capricorn, what's going on for Capricorn with family? What's going on for Capricorn with family? Okay. And just want to clarify that fourth card for Capricorn, please. Very interesting, Capricorn. I'll come to the hidden energy as we go, because at the moment we do have the Lily first and foremost, which, it is coming through with the anchor. Okay, so it does feel as though there's some sort of, we're stable for the long term. Things are, relatively stable within the family for you at the moment. We do see emotional vulnerability does come through sometimes, emotional intimacy coming through with the Lily as well. It kind of shows us that, everything is kind of relatively stable, reliable, durable kind of energy that, I'm kind of getting this energy for you, Capricorn, that you've been through a lot already, and we're kind of finally stabilizing out that you now know that you are this anchor for yourself, for your own emotions. You know how to keep yourself nice and stable and steady, no matter what sort of seas we have. I'll just pop down that anchor and I'll be fine. I'll ride it out. So it's kind of this energy of you are able to sort of ride out any storm within the family unit, especially talking, emotional storm within any of the family stuff there. It feels as though with that Lily that there's been some long-term, just this long-term steadiness coming from you, and that, that you kind of have a very stable idea of, a very dependable idea of the fact that, nothing really dramatic seems to be going to occur for you within your family unit in the near future, in the long-term future. You seem to be in a pretty good spot. With that Lily and the anchor, though, I do sometimes feel that there may have in the past, like a long time ago, there may have been some instability, which is why you are now so reliant on that stable energy. You now sort of, you may have spent a lot of time lifting up and down that anchor and really stabilizing things out for yourself here, because we do have the cross coming through as well. Sometimes that can talk about burdens that you've been carrying, things that have weighed you down in, a long time ago. I feel that if anything is weighing you down with family issues, it's stuff from a very long time ago, with that Lily impacting that there. But overall, I do sort of feel that you kind of know that you are the dependable, stable energy, and you kind of know that, everything has happened for a reason. There's been a method to the madness, so to speak, that there's actually a deeper, more spiritual meaning to any of the lessons that you have had to learn when it comes to family, and you're now able to sort of balance that out really well, and really have faith that, long-term things are going to remain sort of stable and dependable for you. A very reliable sort of energy. I do feel like that's your energy, Capricorn, being the anchor, keeping everyone steady throughout whatever storm may come. We do also have the clover and the child coming through here. I did want to clarify that clover energy. That clover is all about in the short term, luck is on your side. You're able to take some chances in the near future when it comes to family. But I am kind of feeling that this is talking about, taking a bit of a gamble, a bit of a chance, a bit of a risk on creating. I am getting a creation kind of energy coming from that clover, especially with that child energy. The child energy is something that, has only just sort of been born out into the energy, and it has an opportunity to grow here. Okay, so I do feel as though there's members of the family that have not yet come into the family for you, Capricorn. And that's sort of coming through very muchly in this hidden energy on the bottom of the deck, because we do have the masculine and then the feminine. So we're sort of seeing a very balanced out energy here, and the sun behind that. So a lot of happiness yet to be revealed. I do feel as though this is it's coming through with the family stuff. And choosing to follow your dreams and give to a relationship. Is what I'm seeing in this hidden energy here. But with that balancing out the masculine and feminine, that doesn't necessarily, talk about genders, but I am feeling that this is talking about a partnership, some sort of relationship that is yet to be formed or announced or welcomed into the family. It's kind of feeling like you are one of these. Okay, for some of you, you're going to be the feminine. For some of you, you're going to be the masculine. We have all of those within us, but it's kind of like I'm just getting this energy here that even though I'm asking for a family reading, this is coming through. The energy of this is actually love relationships, and I'm kind of feeling here that you are getting your perfect balance point, your perfect counterpart coming in for you in the near future here. And so we're seeing the clover and the child asking you to take a risk to start this new beginning, have this new beginning. Potentially for some of you, have a child. Once we do have this perfect blending here, there may be a child coming into the mix as well. You may already have a child. This person may already have a child. Taking a risk on new beginnings, though, ultimately, it doesn't necessarily feel like it's definitely a child or anything like that, but it's yet to be revealed with that sun. That happiness is hiding. So it's yet to be revealed, but I do feel as though that's you, Capricorn, meeting your perfect counterpart. So that's a very interesting underlying message in the energy there. And I feel as though this is, starting, taking a chance on welcoming someone else into your family unit. You're quite stable and secure, all by yourself with the current family situation, but I feel as though you're bringing in someone else, and that person does seem to be your perfect counterpart in some way, shape, or form. It does feel like a love thing. Okay, so I feel as though that may be coming up for you in the near future, Capricorn. Especially those of you who are single or have just started dating somebody. The more that we're contacting that this is our ideal counterpart, the more that we're going to start to welcome that energy into, our home, our heart, our family. All right. Like I said at the beginning, home is not always the family that you're born to. It's a lot of the time it's the family that you choose as well. Okay, and I'm seeing a few orbs as well, so very interesting, Capricorn, especially when we do have that spiritual card for you as well, having faith that everything is working out in a very divine way. Okay, but moving away from the family stuff, we're going to have a look at any important messages for you, Capricorn. Aside from the family stuff, what does Capricorn need to be aware of? Important messages for Capricorn, please. The Galactic Federation. I absolutely love this card because I actually had a dream many, many years ago, before this deck even came into existence. I had a dream where the imagery in the dream was actually very, very similar to this picture. Okay, but it was all in my dream. Like it may be relevant for somebody here because in the dream it was like all these people, all these figures and beings were gathered as like a galactic federation, but they were watching something of significance within the astronomy. So they were watching. It was like all the planets lining up in perfect synchronicity, and I've always sort of had this sensation that it's once again it's that same sort of energy that everything happens for a reason and everything falls into place exactly how it's supposed to when it's supposed to. So I am really feeling for a lot of you here that there's a sense of things starting to fall into place and starting to make sense to you as to why this has happened, why that has happened, and if these things all fell into place perfectly, what else is going to fall into place, in its perfect time as well, Capricorn. It does actually talk about collaboration, meetings, and community. So I do feel for some of you, it's talking about it's wanting to drive us in a different direction, but still on the topic of family. This is talking about the family that you choose, having that collaboration of souls within your life, whether it be, work people, like a perfect matching of work partners, perfect matching of friends, all that sort of stuff. It really feels like that sort of energy here. But we also have the Vegans card coming through as well, which talks about solitude, independence, and peace, which that's very Capricorn energy all by itself right there. But we'll delve into that a little bit here because I do feel as though it's kind of like you finding your place within your greater community, you finding your place within, where you feel like you belong, maintaining your independence, but also, still being a part of something bigger. But we'll have a look here, Capricorn. Important messages for Capricorn. Important messages for Capricorn, please. What is that? What aspect of life is that in regard to for Capricorn, please? Hidden energy on the bottom of the deck. We have money, Capricorn. Money changing for the better by the look of that. So we do have potential abundance in the future with that energy hiding here for you. But overall, we do have the bear coming through here, which is, one of the cards that I do associate with the Capricorn energy. It is very similar to that Vegans energy, that independence, standing strong and tall and firm and powerful, having set boundaries for yourself, protecting and nurturing those around you that you love, that you consider part of your community here. We do also see the coffin energy. The coffin energy, especially in this card really kind of brings it home with the coffin energy because we do see that chrysalis. Okay, so it's kind of like an ending bringing a new beginning. A death is a rebirth. And we really see that symbolized here with the chrysalis because, the caterpillar, the ending of the caterpillar, it turns into goo, so it totally dies. The caterpillar no longer exists, but all that goo transforms and mutates and turns into this beautiful butterfly, which is then, released as this rebirth, this new beginning. All right, so the chrysalis is always the perfect example of what the coffin energy is all about. It's that death and rebirth, something, the energy of one thing turning into energy for something completely brand new. So what we're seeing here is, the energy of you having your firm boundaries, of being very strong and powerful and protective of yourself and protective of those that you love is actually, coming to an end. You don't need to be quite so staunch and protective, and it's actually allowing a rebirth of energy coming through for you here, Capricorn. It's got new opportunities attached to that. We do have the key coming through as well. So that rebirth is definitely brand new opportunities opening up to you because of the fact that you're able to, come out of, because with the bear, sometimes that protective energy, it can be like overprotective and to the point of being defensive. But you no longer have to be the mama bear. You don't need to look after everyone anymore, and allowing that side of yourself to, just chill and relax a little bit there. At the ending of something, realizing that you don't need to protect yourself from endings, from change, because the rebirth is bringing in the key for you, which is success. Okay, it's a lot of success on the other side there. We do see the key is brand new opportunities, opening the door on new possibilities for yourself here. And when I've asked to clarify that energy, we do have the garden, which is very similar to that Galactic Federation energy. So it is all about your social life for a majority of you, but it can also be talking about work stuff as well. So I'm kind of getting a dual message here. So for some of you, this is more to do with your social groups, and for others of you, and your place within the social groups. And for others of you, this is more to do with your work and your career. Okay, because the garden can be about meeting people halfway, those business meetings where you are, looking over propositions from different companies and working out what's going to suit you best there, because we do have a lot of new opportunities coming through with that side of things. So for some of you, you may be getting invited to a lot of events, have a lot of opportunity to attend different events, have a lot of meetings within your social group. So, that's ending out this energy of feeling as though you have to be in solitude. I feel like this is it's really sort of talking about here, Capricorn, is feeling as though you don't need to protect yourself quite as much from your social groups. Within your standing within the social groups, you don't need to protect yourself and be overprotective, and have too many boundaries here. You're more able to be more socially connected and more part of that community. You kind of are a little bit more comfortable with your place within the friendship groups and whatnot here, finding a lot of success on the other side of that rebirth for yourself here anyway, Capricorn. So it's all looking very, very positive for you here, Capricorn. More than welcome to check your other placements. I do suggest moon signs with the way that I read, but leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading, and hopefully I will see you all very, very soon.